All right, what's up, everybody? So we're going to go dive into the healing web. You guys love this reel that I made. So many of you engage with it. We're going to dive deep. We're going to talk about what's going on here, connect some drops, and come out better. What's up, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys? We got some healing web action. We'll get started here in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and put in the comments, and I'm going to pin this. Okay, so there you guys can get your own copy. What's up, everybody? So first, shout out to everybody that recently followed my page. What's happening? Like 10,000 of you guys just found me recently. Hello, how are you? What's happening? Nice to meet you. If you just found my page recently, appreciate y'all. I've been on social media for years now. I had a spiritual awakening back in 2017, 2018. It was about a year after I woke up to the power of water, changed my water. It changed my complete perception of life and reality. That led to a diet change, lifestyle change, choices, and all the different things. And it led me down this path of awareness, of really connecting the dots and seeing how the world has been manipulated and lied to us, especially with our health, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial health. So if you guys have questions, put them in the question box. I may miss it because I know a lot of people are going to be messaging and so forth, typing in the comments. If you guys have questions, there's a question box down below. I'm going to go over this healing web with you guys a little bit more in depth. Going to be sharing more about also what's on my walls, all the different things that I have and I've shared. Started social media, like I said, back in 2017. It was just for fun, personal page, and then I changed it to Come Out Better. Learned a lot. I learned a lot. I had a lot of health issues myself: colitis, acid reflux, eczema, anxiety, just a lot of things. I had lost my father recently. And unfortunately, a lot of the modalities that we used, that he was choosing to use, was big pharma, chemotherapy, medications, prednisone, immunosuppressants. It was just awful. It was really hard. It was really tough. And it was a battle. And I promised to him on his last few days of his life that people will know what really happened. And people really know the truth behind health and wellness and how it is a sick care business and how so much of our health has been attacked through the air that we breathe, the water that we drink, the food that we eat, the content that we consume, the stress, the expectations, the programs, the stereotypes, all of this mind control. It's very unfortunate, and it's just the world that we live in. Best part, though, we're waking up. We're waking up. That's why you're here. That's probably why you found my page. Come Out Better, hence the name COB. Those are my initials. Come Out Better is coming out of this whole left side of this matrix, this whole mental matrix, coming out of it better. We're leaving that old world behind. It's time for a new world. Some call it New Earth, Now Earth, whatever you want to call it. And that's really where it all started. So that's what I want to share with you guys. Again, hello, welcome everybody. I pinned right down below. A lot of you guys are asking me for this map. These are sold out right now. Okay, I talked to Dylan, the guy who creates these. He's got an amazing page, but if you guys look down on the pinned, you should be able to click it, type it in as best you can. I'm even surprised Instagram's letting me pin that. You can actually get free downloads of the PDF of all these maps. So he's got this map, this one. There's an energy map over here. There's a bigger one over there, which we're not even going to get to tonight. And we're actually in my office. I got a little stand-up desk, a little light. You guys know how I roll. I work from home and do all the things and help people come out better. So hello, everybody. What's happening? The map is down below. The reel is going viral. What's up to the 10,000 new people that have found my page, whether you're on here or not? Also on my page, there's tons of highlights. So I have over 90 highlights that if you guys want to learn about sound healing, spirituality, nature, electrons, detox, language, business, money, Federal Reserve, everything and anything that you guys could imagine you could learn will be on my Instagram. And I also have a Telegram channel. The Telegram is Come Out Better, and the O on out is a Q, Come Out Better. I'm also on Twitter, Come Out Better, and I also have a website, comeoutbetter.com. Okay, comeoutbetter.com. Check it out. I'll actually put that in the chat for you guys. And right there, too, there's a lot of things about my story, the offerings I share, a shop where you guys can go and check out some of my favorite products I use for biohacking, detox, lifestyle, building energy, sleeping better, and so forth. So let's dive in. healing web. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you guys a little bit close. We're gonna zoom in. Okay, this is a healing web. So right here in the middle, right down in the middle, these are all the different health issues a majority of our population faces. Heart disease, cancer, Alzheimer's, diabetes, allergies, eczema, digestion, arthritis, thyroid, depression, anxiety, addiction, ADHD, Lyme, obesity, all of those. Those are right down the middle. Now what happens is the world that we live in, it teaches us to go that way. Okay, we go left. We left God. We left what God created as healing modalities, and we went over to man-made. We went over to big pharma. We went over to pharmaceuticals. And where I started that reel that I shared with you guys is right here. Okay, this is called the Flexner Report of 1910. I want to talk about that for a moment. You've heard me say this, and if you're learning all about health and wellness, if you've had loved ones that have passed from health issues, if you've been susceptible to the drug pushing doctors, big pharma, I'm not even going to get into the all that stuff because that's what got me pretty axed a while ago. I feel you. I really do. I know how it feels. It's heartbreaking seeing loved ones, friends and family, my father, for example, slowly deteriorate in front of your eyes from medications. He took 13,000 pills, guys, in 2 years, 4 rounds of chemo. Prednisone, a horrible drug, a horrible steroid that wiped him clean. Fear and anxiety, doctors telling my dad he can't go for a walk because he might get sick and die. To not go to the beach because he can get an infection. He has to stay home and not move. And it was the hardest thing. So if you've ever lost somebody, if you've ever are in a battle right now and the competition, the enemy is not so much the disease, it's this bullshit system that has completely distorted the way we perceive health and wellness. I feel you. I send you my love, compassion, and gratitude. And it's a battle that I went through 3 years. I learned about medications. I learned about the lymphatic system, the endocannabinoid system. So what happened in 1910, all those things would have been considered quackery. So what happened was there was a Flexner Report, and the Rockefellers, as you guys mentioned, the Rockefellers, they've infiltrated healthcare. They've infiltrated oil and gas. They've infiltrated our education system, and they have a big part of our financial system, guys. These families, quote unquote, elites, whatever you want to call them, and beyond them, have grabbed humanity and held us hostage with our minds, with our money, with our emotions, with our thoughts. They've really controlled what goes on up here. So there's a report done, and there's a guy, Andrew Carnegie, which a lot of us have been told is an entrepreneur and was a good guy and all these things. It's bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's all fake. It's all fraud. It's all lies and manipulation. The news is fake. Just about everything in this world is fake. I'll leave some room for error. It's all bullshit. And what they did was they went around, they sent people to go around colleges, institutions, holistic modalities, therapies, and so forth. And they said, hey, you got to shut down. We're done. You're done. This is all quackery. We're going to outlaw sound healing. We're going to take away frequency medicine. Dr. Rife. We're going to take away vibrational healing. We're going to take away psychedelics. We're going to take away homeopathy and herbalism. That's all quackery. And really the quackery was what they introduced, which is the petrochemical, which led to the petrodollar. The petrodollar is the dollar bill you all fight for today. I used to fight for it, work my butt off for it, for a piece of paper backed by nothing, just to fund these wars, poverty, and disease. And we call it a lifestyle. So that happened in 1910, and that's where this all started. Flexner Report of 1910. Now, there's a bunch of different things that happened around this time. You guys have heard the different agendas, the CDC, the FDA, the USDA, the World Health Organization, okay? Even Procter & Gamble, animal testing, Big Ag, pesticides, Monsanto, radiation therapy, mustard gas, CDC, the AMA, the American Medical Association. These 3-letter agencies have run the world. They've controlled the world. And we've given consent to it because we did not know better. We were just told, trust your doctor, trust the people in the white coats, go get your daily checkups, get your flu things, cold and flu season. Hey, go take Tylenol, which destroys your liver. Go take ibuprofen, go take all these medications, take some more meds. Oh, you got side effect, we got a medication for that. And when you ask them about diet, nutrition, hydration, that doesn't really matter. But we have a pill for that. And it's killing people. It's killing people. Medical error is number 3rd leading cause of death. So there's no surprise there. And another thing the Rockefeller suppressed is why I'm so passionate about water. They suppressed electrolysis, which is the process of ionizing water to create molecular hydrogen and free electrons. So they outlawed that. Now we've got no other choice but to go to tap water, go to bottled water, radiated water, water that's been tampered with. And then you have all the Wi-Fi, all the 5G towers underground and in the air. No matter if you go to a spring, it's probably been infused with some type of 5G radiation. So we're living in a toxic world. And this isn't to provide fear, it's to provide awareness. This is stuff I wish I knew growing up. Okay, so let's see what else we got over here. We got pharmaceuticals. We've got different steroids, metal poisoning. Okay, metal poisoning here. Aluminum, lead, antidepressants. You got statins. You've got sterilization. And right here it is. Treat the symptom. Right here. So you look at heart disease. What's really interesting about this, if you guys can see this, I'm doing my best you could see. Heart disease. So everything in red is attributed to heart disease. See all that? See how it's all connected? Look, it's coming on down, all the way down here. X-rays, cell phone towers, EMFs, and it's connected with radiation. Connected with radiation because your heart gives out frequencies. Your heart's a big motor. It literally gives out energy, the most powerful source. And so, well, how do we shut down people's hearts? Close it off. How do you do that? Wi-Fi, EMF, bad EMF, NN EMF. Crazy. Because then if you go on the right side, which we'll get to, those are the holistic modalities. So you got heart disease, cancer, different metal poisonings. And this is how they treat it. They treat it with different modalities. You got caffeine, which is a drug in my opinion. You've got GMOs, you've got sugars, you've got processed food, you've got the American standard diet, artificial flavors, factory farming, fast food, pasteurized milk, pizza, alcohol poisoning, carcinogens, artificial coloring, PUFAs, which is like what you find in your Teflon and your cooking products, canola oils, seed oils, estrogen mimickers, GMOs, phthalates, sulfites, preservatives, fluoride, carcinogens, side effects, iatricide, death by medical doctor. It's exhausting talking about it. It's exhausting. And yet millions are suffering over there right now, what I just said. And you may have been susceptible to it in the food that you eat, the water you drink, the air that you breathe, the car that you drive, the phone that you use, the clothes that you wear, the scents that you smell, the mold that is around you. It's crazy. We should be healthy. We should be happy and full of energy and sleep well and have great health and not have someone in a white coat who doesn't know us, doesn't know our life at all, tell us how to live and what to eat and what to do and what to drink. Because they don't even tell us that. They don't even know because the Rockefeller education system did not teach it. Heaven forbid they teach it. They'll teach medications. They'll teach what happens when you mix medications. They'll teach more medications and more therapies. And heaven forbid you bring up something holistic because they'll look at you like you're crazy. Why? Because it's been indoctrinated since 1910, over 100 years. 100 years. Some people do a juice cleanse once a year, guys. In the world we live in, it ain't enough. That's my opinion. It ain't enough. Daily. You got to be sweating. You got to be breathing. You got to be pooping. You got to be peeing. You got to be in the sauna. You got to move your body. Maybe fast for a day. Get some good water. Clean up your food. Pesticides are everywhere. You've got hitting chemicals coming down in the air, left and right. So if you have things like anxiety, depression, small to ADHD, and then you have like autoimmune issues, skin issue, digestive issues, realize that this whole matrix that we live in is designed. It is designed to do this. Medical error, third leading death, tobacco, war on drugs, gene therapy. I'm not even going to say that. Okay, I'm not even going to say that. You've got antidepressants, antifungals, laxatives, antacids, antihistamines, rigged clinical trials, artificial flavorings, the slave food pyramid, Rigged trials. I always hear me out on this. A lot of people say, well, studies show this. Yeah, they're doing studies on people that are not even healthy. They're dehydrated. They've got mucus in their body. Their lymphatic system is stuck. And you're expecting me to believe studies done? Oh, what can we actually believe? If you guys have questions, what's up, everybody, for jumping on? If you guys have questions I can answer towards the end, type them in the question box. There's a question box down below. What's up, everybody, jumping on? Hello. We're just talking about the healing web, okay? The healing web behind me. We're talking about the left side where we left God, the left brain, okay? Proton rich, positive ions. Too many positive ions, a byproduct of eating bad food, junk food, even animal foods. It is what it is, releases positive ions in the body. Chemtrail, all these things in the sky, all these things in the air, in the fields, in the towers, in your commute, in the traffic, in the cities, proton rich. Think of it this way, proton rich. It's a positive over here, positive. Proton rich, that is all the bad stuff over on that left side. We left God and we got stuck in the left brain. We got stuck in the left brain hemisphere. And right down the middle are all the issues that people are experiencing today. Okay? So here are a couple documentaries. I'm not even going to say them out loud. Just be careful. Plastic Planet, Food Incorporated, Truth About Cancer, Rockefeller Medicine. I'm not even going to say those. Let's see what else we got over here. What else do we got? Pharmaceutical contaminants, gastric bypass, liposuction, opioids, liver transplants. They gave my dad a bone marrow transplant. Didn't work out too well. Surgery, scarring, and trauma. Huge one. Scarring. My dad had open heart surgery. They cut him from here all the way down the middle. Little do we know that is one of the biggest circuit lines in our body. We have ley lines, guys. You got circuits on your body. A lot of us don't even know how our body works. I was a personal trainer for about 4 years, an athlete for 20. I had no clue. I didn't know we had meridians, acupuncture points, ley lines on our body. I didn't know we had all these different parts of our piezoelectric muscles, the lymphatic system, intracellular, extracellular fluid. This is real stuff. It's not quackery. It's real stuff. Our bodies are so amazing. God did not make any mistakes creating the greatest vessel. You watching this, the greatest design that there ever was. And your brain, supercomputer. Your heart, most powerful generator on earth. Your muscles, literally like a quartz crystal giving off all electrons. You're an aquarium. You're an ocean. You've got the trees in your lungs. You've got the minerals in the ocean in your blood. Your skin is the biggest organ. It's your shield of defense. You've got trillions of cells that mimic the heartbeat of the earth, that contract and expand. We are the most divinely designed manifestation of God, whatever you want to call it, that ever existed. And we can't even get our shit together. And we've given our power to people in suits, commercials, people in white coats with stethoscopes, medications, pills. Celebrities and influencers give no shit about you. Maybe a couple. Most of them don't give any ifs about you. And we've given all our power away. So we don't know how we work. We don't know how we operate, how we sleep, how our brain works. Some of us don't even realize we have a heartbeat right now until you actually pay attention. How your cells contract and expand. How so many of us breathe shallow, anxious, overwhelmed, and distressed. So all this stuff has been laid upon us. Scarring, fluoride toothpaste, mercury fillings. Here we use birth certificates, C-sections. That ain't natural. Those are slave certificates, guys. Learn about commerce. You've got ultrasounds, cell phone towers, EMFs. Ugh. That's why that map is so powerful. I've learned so much, so fast, and so can you. And that's why it's important to be a part of this solution, guys. Whether you're about, the tinfoil hat stuff, I don't care. At this point, there are no conspiracies. These are facts. These are facts. That whole label is passing, is dying, guys. This is reality. It is hitting all of us real time. Whether you've got a health issue, someone else got a health issue, someone else who's got a health issue, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, something's up. It's time to come out of this better. So let's make the jump now, okay? Let's make the jump. Let me check out some questions. Down below, I typed in the deep state map. I'm going to say it. I gotta be careful with my words, guys. At 10 months, I was sidelined. You couldn't even tag me. You couldn't find me. And now God willing, here we go, 10,000 followers in a week. Let me check out. So the map is down below. Okay, the map is down below. If you guys want to get the digital download, these are sold out. For those that have jumped on, these are all sold out. Okay, you can't buy these at the moment. I talked to Dylan, the guy who makes these today. We're going to work on a system because he's got a bunch of other maps. I didn't even get to this one yet. I haven't even shared this one yet. He's done an amazing job. He literally thinks like me. He's just found a way to actually draw it out so you guys can actually see it. So that link right down below that's pinned, you can click it and you can open up the PDF version, the digital version. You can use it as a background, look at it, skim through it, and he's got all of his other maps, free downloads. He's a great dude. He just wants to get this out to the world. He's been axed 9 times. You can guess why. The day I shared my reel about it, his page got nuked. We laugh about it. He knows. It's a war. It's literally, we're in a war. No, it's not guns. It's not tanks, airplanes, although there is some crazy stuff happening overseas. It's a war on your mind. It's a war on your consciousness, on your psychology, on your mentality, on your brain waves, on your electrons, on our cells, on our DNA. Literally. Let me get some water. That's what it's after. And when I say it's anything that is evil, because they've taken all this stuff and they've manipulated with us. So, again, issues down the line. That's all the issues we face, mostly as a collective. Left side, we left God, big pharma, petrochemicals, Flex and Report 1910, more than that. Everything is synthetic, toxic, with side effects, disguised as health, led by a petrodollar. That's why doctors are very high-paid people. And here's another thing. If you're a doctor and you're on this, hi. If you're watching replay, hi. And if you never see this, well, I pray for you. And I pray that you're doing the right thing. Because if you know this truth and you're still doing this, I'll stop there. You can figure out what'll be happening in life itself for you. Because there's a lot of doctors. I'm never going to name names. My dad had 30 different doctors. I know all their names. There'll be a time, maybe I meet them again and I let them know what actually happened. For the doctors that are doing good, that left the system, you know who you are. Thank you. Thank you for starting your own practice. Thank you for going to the right side of history. The right side of history. Because right now, guys, this is biblical stuff. It's not just 2022. This is stuff that is happening today since 2020. You guys know what happened. In 100 years from now, you're going to look back. There'll be movies about this stuff. You will be in a movie. Your city, your Instagram, this is all being recorded. This is biblical times. I want to repeat this right now. There's going to be people on the wrong side of history and on the right side of history. The people that left God and followed the dollar and followed evil and knew it and chose to do it. And there's people that actually abided by their heart and their soul, and they knew it was wrong, and they left the system, they left their bullshit, they left the pharmaceutical sponsors. They said no more lobbying, no more making people sick. Why am I doing this? And most of those people got let go already because of what happened in 2020. So thank you. Thank you for those that are watching. If you're a doctor, osteopathic surgeon, I don't even know all the names for you guys that help heal people. Well, it's not really healing people. You diagnose and then you prescribe. You don't really heal. As a healed customer, cured customer, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. So let me see the questions here. Where can I get my hands on these posters? So posters are sold out. Click down below. You see my pinned comment, guys? Can you guys see that? Pinned comment. That's where you can get the free PDF download. Okay, free PDF download of all the different things. It's pinned right there. I don't know what else I can do for you. Just type it in the chat. That's where it is. How do you stay sane? How do you stay sane? It's a good question, right? How do you stay normal in a crazy world? Water. Okay, so here, simple principles. Ready? Breath, breathe. Some of you haven't done that all day. 10 a day. Start there. Breathe. Breathe in your belly, breathe throughout your body, and actually be conscious of 10 breaths. That's a good start. Water. I like Kangen water. That's my favorite because it's full of antioxidants, alkaline minerals. My body absorbs it the best. molecular hydrogen, and it can do 100 things. Pretty much this machine, this is the Kangen water machine. This machine can wipe out a lot of these injuries and a lot of these issues and a lot of these industries. I call this a matrix breaker, a cabal killer. I know I said it. Fuck around, find out. What else? Good food, non-processed GMO food, any junk, shitty food, fried food, all that crap. You guys should know this by now. Movement, very important, moving your body. If you don't move your body, your head's going to move and your mind's going to move fast. I love adaptogens, so mushrooms, all types of mushrooms, CBD, love all that. Ice baths, infrared saunas, meditation's great, and sound healing, and earthing and grounding, raising your voltage. Those are some things that I stay to do to stay sane. Absolutely, absolutely. One more question here. How do you explain briefly how Kangen water works in the body? Yeah, okay, we can talk about that. So really quick, you guys saw my reel. We go right, Kangen right here. Okay, you got Kangen water right here, H2O. Water filtration, look, adaptogens, herbal teas, germ theory versus terrain theory, neti pots, right? Kangen water. So how does it work in the body? Plain and simple. You got trillions of cells. You got trillions of cells that make up me and you. Each cell, if you know how one cell works, you know how the body works. If you can replace those cells over and over, you will have longevity and health. Many of us struggle due to low energy, acidosis, dehydration, low voltage, inflammation, oxidative stress. Okay, those core 5 that actually lowers our energy. When you have low energy, you cannot create new cells. When you cannot create new cells, you're more susceptible to having cells go cancerous, having cells mutate, having cells get thirsty, having cells get dehydrated or full of heavy metals. And if you keep doing that process, all of a sudden your organs are going to start getting clogged up. Now you've got gut issues, you have kidney issues. So it all goes down to the cells. It's your body, biology 101. It's your body, it's your organs. Okay, and in those organs you have cells, and in those cells you have molecules, and then you go to the atomic level and you have protons, neutrons, electrons. Get it? So a lot of this side focuses on the body. Cut, slice, tear, burn, pill, so forth. Okay, I like to look deeper. I call it quantum health. You're seeing this happen more and more. You go deeper, you zoom in, you go into the cells. Learn how one cell works. When a cell loses an electron, it can become a free radical. That's it, guys. Inside your body right now, if you're holding a phone, eating junk food, bottled water, crap, alcohol, anything over here, okay, that's taking your electrons because it's so positive in ions. It's taking your electrons. So for me, my question is, where can I get the most electrons? And where can I get it through my water? Because at the molecular level, I am 99% water. And that's proven. Science, there's all sorts of proven things. 99%. We're water at the molecular level. So if I can get my voltage right at the cellular level for one cell, and I can keep that voltage high, because voltage is the best pass through liquids, and I can drink this at least a gallon of this stuff a day, I'm good money. Everything else starts to take care of itself. I can have all of you put your cars in my driveway right now. Line up all of your cars in my driveway. And if I were to cut the battery on all of them and say, hey guys, let's go, and my battery works, I'm the only one going. I don't care if you have a Ferrari. I don't care if you have a Rolls Royce. I don't care if you have a Mercedes or a Tesla. I don't care if you have a V8 or a V6. If your battery does not work in your car, you're done. I don't care what gas you have. That's food. I don't care what model you have. That's your physics. You're fit. You're healthy. All that's great. Cool. If you do not have a battery that works, your car will not move. So how does Kangen work in the body? How do electrons work in the body? They give all of your cells the charge. It's called electrons. And that's what you actually extract from fats and carbohydrates, for example. And you extract those and it goes on an electron transport chain in your cells. And that electron transport chain is moving the electrons and creates ATP. That's energy. That's why you wake up. When you're low on energy, low on ATP, you're going to go for coffee. When you're low on energy, you're going to try to get some junk food to get a kick, to get an insulin spike. All we're doing, guys, the whole body, they know this. They know this. All of these modalities are designed to take electrons from you, your energy. Because if you have low energy, you can't heal. You will always be on a cycle of pain, sickness, and low health. Okay? So that's how it works in the body. Learn how one cell works. Simple. Basics. Amino acids, minerals, cellular respiration, mitochondria, thousands of them in each cell. What's the power engine to it? Electrons. Because if they don't have the electrons, they have protons, they're free radicals. And they go start stealing the rest of your body. And it's a snowball effect, and it's nasty. And it's nasty. Oxidative stress, chronic inflammation, dehydration, acidosis, low cellular voltage. Those are your 5. So for me, water is number 1 with air, breath. Water is number 1 because we're 99% water at the molecular level. Good question. Let's see. What I get the map from? Same thing down below. Down below, there's a pin. When I say God, are you talking about God matrix or the creator? My question to you is, where did the word God come from? A lot of us don't even know that. Don't even know where the word God comes from. Because you talk about the matrix, you're talking maybe about a religion, which is a dogma, which is a complete fallacy of actually what God is. My opinion, my awareness, God is a vibration, a frequency, a sound. It actually has no language. There's no letters to it. The word G-O-D is left brain. G-O-D is a left brain term because the left brain is responsible, the left hemisphere is responsible for language. So if you remove language and there's nothing you could say, it's all vibration. It's all frequency. It's all vibration and frequency. So I say we've gotten away from electrons, which are the building blocks. You go in the subatomic, you have electrons, you have biophotons, you have the no space, right? No space electrons. I have a book called The Electrons of the Elemental Kingdom. Then you have frequency, vibration, sound. Okay, obviously those are terms, yet if I were to not say anything, it's just those frequencies. Food has a frequency. Minerals have a frequency. This frequency healing was used by Rife to heal people without medication, invasive surgeries, and so forth. Because you can't put a dollar on it. You can't patent it necessarily. We have thousands of frequencies in our body. Thousands of frequencies in our body. Yes, Kangen produces molecular hydrogen. There's a lot of great hydrogen machines out there. There's hydrogen tablets. You can breathe hydrogen. I also like the antioxidants of free electrons through ionization, which creates a negative ORP. So yes, it is both. It is both. Okay, let's keep moving forward. So let's go to the right side. Okay, let's go to the right side. So let's get a little bit closer. Here are all the issues. Here are all the challenges that the Matrix has put in place, thanks to Big Pharma back in 1910 and earlier. Okay, here's all the bullshit. Excuse my language. Here's the good stuff. Treat the cause. Holistic medicine. So let's start at the top. You've got aura clearing with selenite. You've got different amethysts, the chakra systems, naturopathy, kundalini, organite, binaural beats, sound healing, one of my favorites. Okay, sound healing, one of my favorites. It's so cool because we have these tools. You have a smartphone. If you hate the phone, get over it. Have 1 foot in the matrix, 1 foot out. Hi Siri, thanks for listening. I don't care. Play Spotify, play 528 hertz, play 111 hertz. My favorite sound healing is this. I'm going to type it in the chat. My favorite sound healing is this. 111 hertz. I listen to it daily. Why? Because 111 hertz was actually some of the sounds used in the chambers of the ancients, whether it's Egypt, the Mayans, and so forth. That 111 hertz actually shut off the left brain hemisphere. It shuts off the left brain hemisphere. The left brain hemisphere is responsible for language. So if you're on this right now or watching the replay, and you have this whole thing called the monkey mind or anxiety, or you're constantly overthinking, and you can't stop the voice in your head, you're basically having issues shutting off the left hemisphere. We have 2 hemispheres, guys. You don't have one big brain. You have 2 brains, a right hemisphere and a left hemisphere. And you have something right down the middle that connects both, okay? Corpus callosum. See it? See the cross? Corpus callosum. Christ. You have the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere. So that's why I love 111 hertz, because it is designed and designated to shut off the left hemisphere. And that's what all of us like to do when we meditate, or when we do plant medicine, or when we're chilling. Left hemisphere, shut that off. So 111 hertz is awesome. Binaural beats, drumming, singing bowls, tuning forks. Really, really good. Okay, that's my favorite right there. Biofeedback mechanisms. What else do we got? 432 hertz. Now, here's another thing that'll make you probably lose your mind. Okay, 5G. You know how it's 5G? So 5G, all 5G does is it speeds up the frequency around them. And you got to have a bunch of towers near you for 5G to work. You can't be spread out. So they're all bunched up. And the closer they're put together, 5G actually speeds up the oxygen molecules. When the oxygen molecules in the air are sped up and we're breathing with the oxygen that is sped up, what's going to happen is our blood, our hemoglobin, is going to actually have a challenge of absorbing those oxygen molecules because of the 5G. Make sense? That's all it is. Yes, it's Wi-Fi. Yes, it's the radiation, all that stuff. But really what it's doing, it's speeding up the oxygen molecules so fast, right? Try to catch it. You can't. Your body can't catch it. So now when you're inhaling, when you're breathing, you feel dizzy. You got a headache. You feel tired. You're lethargic. And your body's craving for oxygen. It's craving for those electrons. And it's taking your electrons with it. Make sense? 432 flips it. So that's going to be actually donating that. That's going to change the way the oxygen is. So believe what you want. I got videos that you can dive into and take discernment as you like. A lot of the 5G towers have been replaced with Covefe boxes, COVEFEFE. And a president that we just had, tweeted about this and no one saw it. Well, you saw it, but no one actually knew what it actually meant. Okay, cobalt, aluminum alloy, I forget what the other term is. An aluminum alloy, correct me if I'm wrong, I may be off on the name. Tesla used that technology to actually take the ether and turn it into healing frequencies, aluminum alloy. So that's really powerful. So a lot of our 5G towers, not all of them, there was an executive order with certain companies like Raytheon, Verizon. I don't think it was Verizon. I think who it was, where a lot of our towers, if you guys remember in 2020, there's a lot of construction on the towers. Remember seeing that online? They were actually switching out the towers for healing towers, putting out 432 to help healing and to help awaken humanity. And there's a whole nother quote unquote conspiracy, whatever you want to call it, that on the border near Mexico, if you were to actually hit the wall that was being built by President Trump, if you hit the wall, it would come out to 432 hertz. It was like a giant tuning fork. The wall was a tuning fork. And there's a couple guys that did videos and experiments on it. I'll have to find it. So anyways, just a fun little side note. Believe what you want. I don't care. Spiritual healing. Look, simple. Parks and trees. Parks and trees. Do you guys know trees donate electrons? Why you feel so good when you go out in nature? Go give a tree. Remember tree hugger? They thought that was like a hippie term. No. Go hug a tree tomorrow for 5 minutes. Your anxiety will be gone, your inflammation, your pains, any aches within minutes. Because that tree is just donating electrons all day long. All day long. Okay, spiritual healing. What else do we got? We got electric medicine, Rife function generators, energy healing, magnet therapy, Reiki. This is not new age spiritual stuff, guys. This is real stuff. So don't get it twisted. Yeah, there's some bullshit in it. Yeah, there's some false truth and misinformation. There's also a lot of healing modalities that I've used and I've seen work on a lot of people. Infrared saunas, red light, sunshine, heaven forbid, sunshine, grounding, walking, fresh air. It's so crazy you say this. These are the most common, simplest, logical, no-brainer things. It's just not that cool. It's not that cool. Well, look at me. I'm going for a walk. Just going for a walk. Did you guys know when you walk, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, you are actually syncing up your hemispheres? Some of you don't even move your body and you're stuck in the left brain. So your mind is always talking. That's why you have anxiety. It's right there. It's right there. Question is, how do I get in the right brain? How do I get in the right brain? Yeah, you guys like my shirt? Healing Web. You know I represent. That's how I represent right there. Right on my shirt. Good catch. Good catch. When you go for a walk, midday, I'm usually walking or running. Right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. After about 10 minutes, your mind gets clear. Some of you don't even realize how. It's because you're hemi-syncing. Your right hemisphere moves with your left foot, your left side of your body. So here's another tip for you. Okay, here's a tip for you. To get into your your right brain, use your left side more. Use your left hand more. Have you guys ever brushed your teeth with your left hand? Have you guys ever put your clothes on with your left hand? Have you ever driven with your left hand? Some of you can't even throw a ball with your left hand or shoot a basketball. I couldn't because I was so disconnected from my right brain. Do things with your left hand. Throw things. Open your door with your left hand. Okay? I'm probably going to buy a mouse for my computer for my left hand. The more I'm using my left hand, the less I actually think throughout the day. You're like, well, Chris, how do you get stuff done? Well, I already know what to do. I have God guiding me. Because the left brain is man, right brain can be considered, well, God, depending how you believe it. I won't go any farther. You know how we can make some stories up. Oh, this guy's crazy. It's okay, I'm crazy. Herbal teas, germ therapy theory, terrain theory, German terrain theory, ashwagandha, local raw honey, hypersensitivity. So making sure your fabrics, your cleaning products, laundry detergents. That's why, again, I love Kangen water because I don't have to use any more shitty products. I don't have to use chemical. Did you guys know if you're using soaps, lotions, shampoos, creams, moisturizers, laundry detergent, cleaning products, beauty products, you're literally absorbing thousands of chemicals a day. Thousands. Yeah, actually, I put all my apps, my most used apps on the left side of my phone, so I have to use my left hand. You're getting it. You're getting it. You're getting it. You're absorbing thousands of chemicals a day. And right now you're like, wait, what? I don't feel anything. No, you don't feel anything. You feel something when you hit a hammer on your hand. You feel that. That's pain. The toxic accumulation is the silent killer. The little things that compound over time. Because think about it this way. If you're an entrepreneur, if you work in business, and you start saving $1 a day, that's called the compound effect. That's a good thing. All of a sudden, your dollar turns into $10, then $100. Now you're a millionaire. It's called compounding interest. That same logic, guys, that same principle is actually used to toxins. Hey, a little bit of chemicals there, a little bit of chlorine there, a little bit of aluminum there, a little bit of there, a little bit of this, little parabens, little phthalates. No one's looking. Let's keep adding it. Put a little bit in that. Put in the laundry detergent. Put in the hand sanitizer. Put in the mouthwash. And then one day you wake up sick. One day you go to the doctor and they back to the left. Now you have the diagnosis. Now you're trapped in their maze. And there's only one way out, which is getting back on the right side of things. You see how it works? It's all how it works. It's a sick system. I watched this system for years with my dad. I lived it myself. I saw it. Awful. God awful. What else do we got? We got about maybe 5 more minutes. We're going to pop off here. Relaxation, sleep, breath work. What else do we got? Ayahuasca. Oh, heaven forbid. No, it's just not for the people that are crazy in Costa Rica. No. I've done ayahuasca. I've explored DMT. They're amazing medicines. Use them with discernment. Make sure you have a plan. Get professional help. Okay? And it's not just something you go party with. Have intention. Vitamin C, superfoods, chlorella, spirulina, wheatgrass, raw primal, vegan, plant-based. Again, meat and plants, guys, whatever your argument is, we're arguing with the wrong things. I'm getting tired of it. Vegans arguing with people that are eating meat. Meat's calling vegans, this and that. And here we are arguing, and on this side, they're making money. Because all our plants are full of pesticides, and all the meat is full of hormones and steroids. It's crazy. We're having the wrong conversations, guys. We need to start turning our energy and focus on the Monsanto and antibiotics and all the bullshit they're putting in our food and all the GMO and the fake food and all the factory farming and all the depleted soil. Talk about that with someone who eats plants and if you eat meat. Talk about that if you eat meat and talk about that with someone that eats plants. Those are the conversations. You're not going to change someone's diet. Let them choose. But there's millions that are happy and thriving on a meat-based diet and millions that are happy and thriving on a plant-based diet and millions that are happy on both. Done. It's just what it is. At the end of the day, though, all those people are being pummeled with bullshit behind the scenes and they make us fight with each other. Essential oils, biohacking, cannabis, my favorite. Cannabis, my favorite. And speaking of, I want to share this with you guys. I've got a little sale for you. I actually co-founded a CBD company. Okay, if you guys want to use my code, I'm actually going to put in the chat. You guys could try our CBD. I love cannabis. I love THC. I love CBD. I love CBG. I love CBN. My code, if you guys want to go ahead and try some, We're a startup company, CobbVana20 on GoVana.com. You have an endocannabinoid system. It's very important you know this. It's the system that regulates all your other systems. Think of an umbrella. Underneath the umbrella, me, those are the rest of my systems. Digestive, cardiovascular, muscular. The umbrella is called the ECS. Like, I never heard this before. Well, yeah, they outlawed it. They got rid of it. And they don't teach it in medical school. The endocannabinoid system. So I take CBD daily, CBG, CBN. I'm going to enjoy some THC this evening. I used to abuse it, straight up with you. I used to use it to numb things and hide from. Now I get it for creativity, for insight and downloads, and to balance my system. Put myself in homeostasis. Cannabis, really, really good. Rick Simpson oil, really, really good. They call it Phoenix Tears. Do you guys know that? Rick Simpson oil, Phoenix Tears? Amazing. Colloidal silver, exercise. Put your phone on airplane mode. This is such a good map, guys. Download this. Click the link right down below. Go download it and use it as a blueprint. I've had this map for years, and I haven't even gotten to these other maps. I haven't even gotten to these. That's for another time. We're going to make some more reels. It's going to be fun. I'm telling you, we're about to come out better. I'm out of jail, and I know what got me in jail, and I ain't going back. Not literal jail. Instagram jail. Hey, I'm good. Exercise, Faraday cage, air travel, sun gazing, brushing and flossing, EMS, electromuscle stimulation. Oh, man. Pulse electromagnetic frequency, another one of my favorites. I'm going to actually put a link right here if you guys want to check it out. And a lot of this stuff, guys, if you're curious about any of this stuff, where is it here? There we go. Boom. Pure Wave. Okay, I use this daily. It is an investment. It's a couple grand. Worth it, though. Yeah, I've been plant-based. I won't say vegan because I've had egg and bread. Like, I've had milk and bread. And I actually don't eat, like, eggs and scrambled eggs and actual drink milk. If it's in bread or wedding cake, I might have a bite or so. But meat, actual meat, I haven't had meat in years. I accidentally had chicken a couple weeks ago. It is the gnarliest thing. It tasted so weird to me. I have no craving for it. It's pretty wild. PEMF therapy, okay? That's basically raising your voltage again, okay? You guys are going to see me talk, as I wrap this up, you're going to see me talk a lot about on my page, frequency, electrons, vibration, quantum physics, these things that are beyond this whole left brain, right brain, quantum, all things. Remember, quantum reality that we live is based on the questions that we ask. Dr. Wheeler, the father of quantum physics. So ask more questions. Ask more questions in your life and come out better. All right, let me see if there's any more questions before we wrap up. I'm spent. So let's see what we got. Where did I get the map from? Same thing. It's pinned down below. Where's the diagram from? Same thing. It's pinned down below. It's on the website. Check my comments on the viral reel. It's all there, guys. I can't spoon feed. It's right there. It's right down below. Please look down below. Rewatch this. Yeah, I'll post this. Tomorrow. I'm done after this. I'm gonna go rest, chill. I'll post this tomorrow. I'll post this up for you guys. Absolutely. What toothpaste do I use? I just use a little bit. I think it's called Jason's. It's got no fluoride, no aluminum. There's a bunch of good ones out there. Jason is one I use. And I also use the Kangen water for my mouth. So I actually use 2.5. So on this machine, you can hit a button and it'll actually make water down this little hose will come out. 2.5, which kills bacteria, any kind of gunk stuff in my teeth, my gums. And then I'll rinse with 11.5 because your mouth is alkaline, guys. Okay, so just a heads up, 90% of your digestion is alkaline or neutral. The only thing that's really acidic is your stomach acid. So a lot of people, they'll crave certain things because their taste buds have become so acidic. So I like to use the different waters with the voltage, pH and voltage, which go hand in hand for my dental health. I've been a dentist in 4 years, 5 years. I don't know. Teeth are pretty good. Yeah. Shiny, white. I don't use any whitening. I mean, I use some charcoal at times, charcoal toothpaste, which is good. I use Jason toothpaste, and then I use 2.5 and 11.5 for my teeth. Can't be shared. How we charge out regular water how do you charge it? Well, I mean, there's orgone generators for water you can get. I have it on my website, comeoutbetter.com. Put in the sun. You can do like vortexing, copper pyramids, crystals. I don't do too much. I have an orgone generator for my water, so I pour the Kangen in first, and then I go ahead and put it on my orgone generator. I need to get my hair out. It's been up all day. It's flowing. This hair is wild, right? So yeah, that's how I would do it. That's how I do it. Get an ionizer. Make sure you do your research. They're not all the same. Let's see, a couple other questions. Yeah, we do produce cannabinoids. Endorphins. You guys have heard of endorphins? Like another word for endocannabinoids. So there's endo and exo. Endo is the ones I believe, produce, or vice versa. Exo is the ones that we ingest. You can get cannabinoids from broccoli, from Brussels sprouts. It's just when you cook them, you zap them. So I just like going through the hemp plant. I know someone, I forget his name, I'm blanking. He's got they grind up the hemp to get the cannabinoids. It's like a powder. But yeah, our body does produce them. We're really deficient in them. So that's why you want to supplement them. And in 30 seconds, remember this. That's why the company that I co-founded, when I learned about Kangen water, the biggest thing was absorption. I was able to absorb more water because it's negatively charged and it's smaller. It's smaller water molecules. It's the surface tension is smaller. With CBD, guys, if you are taking CBD oil, okay, this is fact. You can look it up. We've got research on this. No one's going to tell you this because most companies are CBD oil based. And if you own a CBD oil company, if you take CBD oil, just keep learning. Keep an open mind. Okay, keep an open mind. You're only absorbing like 20% of it. Why? Because when you ingest CBD oil and it goes in your body, it's got to go down to the liver. It's got to get broken down in the liver and then dropped into the gut, broken down there. And a lot of the CBD and the actual medicine, we actually pee and poop out. Especially if your gut is compromised and if you have bad gut lining, if you have mucoid plaque, which comes from GMO, even animal products, dairy, like these things will create plaque in your body. You're not going to be absorbing these cannabinoids. And a little bit that's left over will get into your bloodstream because that's where your CBD receptors actually are found throughout your body, CB1 and CB2. So with Govana, what we decided to do was make it more bioavailable. And you've heard that word tossed around, like everyone says it now, and nobody really knows what it means. So ours is nano water soluble, two of those components, water soluble and nano, meaning the CBD molecules are smaller from the technology we have, okay, in our whole setup. And it's water soluble, so as soon as you ingest it, within seconds, your body is being flooded with those cannabinoids. Within seconds. It's not even going to your liver. It's not even going to your gut. It's going right into your bloodstream. You leave it in your mouth for like 20 seconds. You drink it with some Kangen water. You're good to go. And you're feeling the effects. The most common thing I get from people about our CBD, for example, is that how fast they feel it and how less they need. So our serving size is like 20 milligrams. A typical serving size for people, for companies that I've seen, it's like 100 milligrams. And you're absorbing 20%. So with our CBD, you take 20 milligrams and you absorb 90%, 18 milligrams. You're actually absorbing the same amount as you would take with 100 plus milligrams of an oil. So I didn't know this. I used to take CBD oil. I'm a fan of it. Make sure it's water soluble, okay? Because how much of your blood is water? Over 90%. Water and oil don't mix unless you have 11.5 from a Kangen machine. It'll actually break oil down. That's another conversation. So if your blood is 90% water, and you're taking oil, and that oil is not mixing with your blood because it's got to get broken down in the liver to extract the cannabinoids and then dumped into the gut because that's how it's all connected, and then hopefully into your gut lining, into your capillaries, into your blood vessels, into your blood, you'll get a little bit left over after all that. It's like a lot of work. So that's why I love Govana, our company, because we're one of a few companies in the world that actually have this technology and took us years to harness. Okay, it took us years to harness. So Govana.com, check it out. If you guys ever want to try some, support us. We're a startup. We're growing slowly, and we also have an affiliation program. You can check that out as well. So let's do a couple more questions. Oh, the questions are flying in. Endocannabinoid system, it's the umbrella. It's the umbrella to all of our systems. We have CB1, CB2 receptors. Every person, I believe, in my opinion, every person should be on a CBD supplement until they accumulate enough in their body for a little bit. Every person should be taking CBD if you're not having a clean, healthy diet with no stress, which we all are susceptible to, because it does so many things. It does so many things for you. So that's my recommendation. I'll have to do another a live about it. Salt. Yeah, I do pink salt. I do different electrolytes. I like different minerals. I know both sides of the coin. Now, salt's bad, salt's good. For me, it's a conductor. It works hand in hand with potassium. There's a sodium potassium pump that all your cells work through and so forth. So yeah, I take it daily, and especially I work out a lot. You excrete a lot of salt and sweat, and it's a conductor of a lot of things. When did I start my awakening? I woke up in December 2017. I had an out-of-body experience, and it was like a night after I was partying. It was crazy. Left my body for hours, came back in, and not the left brain, my right brain, this voice, a good voice, like not even a sound, like a knowing, as if I was reading a script turned on. And I feel that's when my right brain turned on for the first time. A lot of us have never even dove into the right brain except on plant medicine, on psychedelics, meditations, hypnotherapy. We're actually in the right brain. Like that's peace of mind, all right? That's the journey from the left to the right brain through the corpus callosum. How do we get rid of mucoid plaque? One of the best things is Kangen water. Well, I'm not gonna say Kangen water to acclaim. Mr. Hiromi Shinya, top 5 doctor in the world. He actually created the colonoscopy, the endoscopy. He recommended Kangen water to all of his patients because of its ability to flush out the gut. Its ability to flush out the intestinal tract, the small intestine, large intestine. So that's the top 5 doctor in the world. He recommends this. It's not me saying it. Okay, so that's my number one thing. Fasting is good. Like a herbal supplements, colonics are good. Make sure you get a professional help. Colonics, everyone should do a colonic. When I say should, I mean look into it. Just look into it. It may help you tremendously. Fasting is good. Just something where even a liquid diet just to flush out, because that stuff gets so hard. And our small intestine is where we actually absorb a lot of our water. And to absorb the water, it's got to be negatively charged. So if we don't have those negative charges in the liquids we drink in our small intestine, and it's all positive ions, well, you're just going to start adding more clay onto that mucoid plaque. Arnold Ehret, great book. That's another reason I stopped eating meat too. There's a Zen cleanse. There's a Zen cleanse as well. I've done that. That's an amazing gut flush. I don't know if any of you ever heard of the Zen cleanse. A couple of you may have done it. Arnold Ehret was a doctor that got, shut down by a government and all these other things. But he did a whole breakdown on the mucusless diet. So mucus, mucoid plaque, what actually builds up. Because it's hard, guys. We can't see what's in our stomach. We can't see, like you guys can't see my tummy. I can't see it unless we get like a colonoscopy. So we're really guessing. And if you've got stomach issues, I eat and I poop. I eat and my digestion is like a water slide with too much detail, TMI. You have these kinds of videos on YouTube? Nope, not yet. I'm looking to build a team here soon. I work with I'm in a community with thousands of people, so a lot of my energy is with my community, Wakewater Co. I do have my website, which is all my library, my favorite books, comeoutbetter.com. You guys can check out comeoutbetter.com. It's got a bunch of stuff there. You can be on that site for days. And no, not YouTube yet. Choosing to eventually. I'll get there though. I'll get there. What are a couple superfoods? Consume what you want. My favorites, Shilajit, sea moss, good sea moss, not just any random kind. And it bugs me when these other people bash these certain things because they pinpoint one negative and then they blow it up as the whole thing. And they miss all the other components. Sea moss, all the mushrooms, chaga, reishi, lion's mane, cordyceps, endocannabinoids, so CBD, CBG, CBN. Obviously fruit, non-GMO, hybrid. What's another one? Turmeric. I like turmeric from Okinawa. I take that daily. Those are probably my top ones. Yeah, those are probably my top ones for sure. Thoughts on eat for blood type? I'm O negative. I'm the rarest blood. Me and my partner Jilly are both O negative, saying you need to eat meat if you can't survive without meat. I haven't had meat in 5 years and I feel better than ever. I'm 33. My hair, digestion, sleep, energy, mood, brain capacity, man, like I'm every day coming out better and better and better and better. So I don't know. I'm not sure really on that. I haven't dove too deep. I just know that might just be another left brain story. Might just be another left brain story. Let's see. Hello from New Zealand. Hello. Kia ora from New Zealand. It's so cool. Instagram lets you connect with so many people. Celtic salt. Yeah, it's like another sea salt. Absolutely. Response couldn't be shared. What happened? Are colonoscopies safe? I've never had one. I don't know. Does Kangen kill H. pylori? I can't claim anything. I mean, I've seen Kangen help with IBS, Crohn's. I had ulcerative colitis, acid reflux. So I can't say Kangen kills that because I don't claim things. I don't know. I'm sure that if it's H. pylori is positively charged and negatively charged water comes into your body, there's a good chance of good results. What pH? I'm not sure what you mean. I don't know what that question is. How do you keep your weight on plant-based? When I went plant-based, I did lose weight. I fasted a lot and I got rid of a lot of bad weight. Like I had a lot of waste. Like I was 235. I'm 230 now. I was 235 before I went plant-based, but if you touched me, I was inflamed. I was sore. Like my blood and my muscles literally would like get stuck. Oh, it was bad. Like I passed mucus, parasites. I wanted to get rid of all that. I built my body off flesh and I just wasn't for me. I'm going to build it off voltage, amino acids. It just wasn't for me. So I lost about 30 pounds, but I fasted a lot too. And that's when my dad was sick. So there's days I wouldn't even eat. I was in the hospital with him, taking care of him and being with him. How do we reduce bloating? Hydration. You're dehydrated. So your body might be holding on to water. Water retention is a very big sign. It's kind of an oxymoron. This is just my opinion. Believe what you want. Bloating, our body's holding on to water, so we're bloating up or salt, and the last thing we think is to drink more water. When reality, if you think about it, if your body's holding on to water and you're bloating, it's probably because it doesn't have enough intracellular water. There's extracellular and intracellular. Kangen is able to hydrate intracellular, so it gets into the cells. Regular bottled water, anything else, sports drinks, alcohol, everything else we drink, even RO water, distilled water, it may not get into your cells, so it may build up in the body. And then if you have mineral imbalances, if you have toxins, right, chemicals, okay, bloating or fat is a storing of toxins and heat, that could be an issue as well. So hydration for me. Explored German new medicine. No, never heard of it. Curious though. I've never heard of that. Thoughts on tanning beds? Well, yeah, that's tough because a lot of people may not have access to sunlight or it's so dark and cold that they can't go outside. There's UV lights you can get, biolights, red light therapy and so forth. I would say that's a better option. It's an investment. They're a little bit more expensive. You can get big towers. All right, you can get big towers. And I actually have on my shop page on comeoutbetter.com, my BioLight, my favorite one I use. I have a small one I use every day, but there's a big one. That's way better than a tanning bed, in my opinion. I've never been in a tanning bed either, so I can only go so far. All right, last question, guys, and we're wrapping up. To remove mucoid plaque, so I drink 9.5. But remember, pH, alkaline, guys, that's not... The whole alkaline water thing is so misconstrued. Is so misinformed. I saw a doctor with 1 million followers saying alkaline water is bad. And it breaks my heart because it completely turns people off from like the actual truth. There's chemical alkaline water. You can add lye to make things alkaline. You can add chemicals to make things alkaline. You can add baking soda to make it alkaline. You can add minerals to make something alkaline. All that stuff I don't really mess with, except maybe minerals, trace minerals. Kangen water is alkalized. It's an electrical change. So when I say 9.5, that actually means it has a high negative charge. Why is that important? Because your stomach, your small intestine can absorb water only that is negatively charged. If you're drinking water that is positively charged, you can look this up. There's books, I show it to you. if you drink water that's positively charged, your gut, your stomach, your small intestine, where a lot of people's issues do happen, is going to start getting dehydrated. It's going to give up its own electrons to charge the water. If you're drinking water that is positively charged, guys, your body's going to give electrons, energy, your money every day, your energy to charge it. That's my biggest thing. So 9.5, that's why Mr. Hiromi Shinya, look him up. He has a book called The Enzyme Factor. That's why he recommends Kangen water. It's a medical grade device, so it's not just a basic filter. It has a filter inside, and you get pre-filters. It's an ionizing medical grade device that makes very strong antioxidant rich water that can actually break up the stuff in your gut. Okay? All right. That was fun. It's been a minute. Healing Web, check out the link below. ComeOutBetter.com, Telegram, highlights. Welcome, shout out to everyone that just followed me recently. Pleasure to meet you. Send me a DM if you want to learn about the water, any other health stuff. Come Out Better's got all my stuff, my books, my favorite books, my podcasts I've done, my shop, timeline of my last few years of my life. What else? My library, how to come out better. So a lot of these modalities that I just shared with you on my website, comeoutbetter.com. If you want to work with me, we can do that. I do coaching. I do social media coach. I do all sorts of things. I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place. So that's that. If I missed your question, apologize. We'll see you guys next time. Link below. Click that. Have a good night, guys. Remember, instead of getting us to the left brain, it's time to come out better. Okay? Let's go to the right side. Get right with God. Get back to nature. Keep things simple. All right? And then come out better. Come out better. Blessings, guys. Have a good night. Take it easy.